Welcome to Crushgasm, the podcast dedicated to the highs and lows of crushes. From the first to the worst, we're going to cover them all with a cascade of characters, including our guest today, someone who is crushing throughout the 80s, Amanda Kohlhofer, a horror movie fanatic, friendship bracelet maker, and all-around badass who is here to talk not only about what to expect on an evening at the movies, but also go over a list of heartthrobs from the 80s. Amanda, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's very hot in the attic still. Attic update.
Oh,
I had the fan going 2 hours before I came up here. Did not help.
oh man.
But it's not too bad. Not as bad as the other day. Before we get started, can you tell people where they can find an evening at the movies online and your bracelets?
Yes. So An Evening at the Movies is a movie review podcast hosted by myself and Casey, and we have guests about half the time, so it's fun. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find it. We're on Facebook, at An Evening at the Movies. We're on TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever. Um, and I think Instagram, although I don't think we post there that much. And then if you want custom made bracelets, you can always find me on Facebook, Amanda Kohlhofer, or my Etsy shop is called Creative with a K, Creative K Designs. So, and I
Oh,
do lanyards, which have been popular with teachers, and just I have all this jewelry making stuff left over from, the Eras tour. So I make bracelets for everything. It's like a therapy for me. So.
yeah, that was on. Did you watch Love on the Spectrum at all?
I haven't, but I kind of want to.
Oh my God, get in after this, get into it. There's like
Okay.
the US one. There is the original that started like down in Australia. Amazing as well, but they've proceeded with the US version a little longer. You will fall in love instantly with each of the people they kind of document. And it's so good. But one of the girls on the newest season, she was like very terrorizing, and she said making jewelry helped her focus her hands. And
Mm.
so, and she does have a lot of like she has like a big like travel case of beads. It's like wow.
Yeah, the amount of beads I have is past the line of embarrassing. But
But they're really popular. I know a lot of people for Backstreet Boys at the Sphere are like handing out bracelets. So that is something everlasting that Taylor Swift did. These
well, if you want me to make you some, we can talk about it later. I wouldn't mind.
My show is soon. My show is soon.
Mm.
Soon? What day is today? 11, no, 13 days. 13 days.
Oh, I could get you some before then. We could talk.
Now, let's get into these hot throbs from the 80s. I think I was browsing like Instagram or just the internet or something, and then I saw BuzzFeed had a list of 45 heartthrobs from the 80s, and I thought, who better to talk about this with than Amanda? So here we
The old lady.
Yeah, you predate me by a generation, but I knew most of these guys because, again, I think millennials, if you had an older sibling, you kind of just got the leftovers of their pop culture because your
Right.
parents were like, I don't have time for another one. I didn't even have time for the first one. So I'm going to link that below. So we're going to start off with teen idols, I think help kind of define the adolescents in the 80s, and that are the ones from the Brat Pack who are featured on this
Mhm.
list. Was the Brat Pack something you were like made pretty aware of in the 80s, or was it kind of this in hindsight thing?
To be fair, I was a teen in the 90s. So I was a kid in the 80s and I watched all these movies, and even as like a 8, 9 year old kid, I had a crush on like Andrew McCarthy and some of these people. But I don't remember them being known as the Brat Pack until that. I don't remember hearing that until way later, but I know it happened in the 80s because it was like a New York Times article that called them that, and then it kind of stuck. But being the age I was, that wasn't something I was aware of. But I think they were known pop culture wise
Mm.
during that time as that because of some article.
And did you have a favorite of the Brat Pack crew?
I mean, if we're talking crushing, I think Andrew McCarthy. I always felt like he's kind of like the not the obvious hot one, and all of his characters were always so like relatable and endearing, even if they were kind of like, Rob Lowe was like kind of in your face hot, and Judd Nelson's like very studious and handsome, but Andrew McCarthy just, I always felt like he just felt like a regular guy, and I don't know, I thought he was gorgeous.
Well, I think a lot of the Brat Pack, they came from the Breakfast Club. Was that a movie that, do you think that is like the standard for teen movies?
You know, yes, I guess, but it's funny, but it's really serious. And I feel like there's a lot of other like teen coming of age stories that, I mean, The Breakfast Club gets kind of dark. And I didn't realize it as a kid. As I got older watching it, I'm like, oh man, I mean,
It's
Brian's talking about how he brought a gun to school and he was going to shoot himself. Like, whoa.
like, oh, a little
But
TMI,
yeah,
TMI.
I do think it's what everybody kind of refers back to as being like the standard.
Hmm. And there were some serious ones, but I'd have to go with Clueless.
Yeah.
I think if like they were gonna battle, that'd be mine. But for the Breakfast Club, I do remember like when I was in middle school, they were really like pushing the 80s. I remember VH1 showing a lot of 80s movies. That's when I Love the 80s came out. This fashion, like I had a goth
Hmm.
friend who got really into like The Cure and like she made us dress in like 80s clothes for her birthday party. It was a lot. So I remember watching it and liking it and thinking Emilio Estevez kind of the only one I was vibing with. Oh, I don't see it for Judd Nelson and Anthony Michael Hall in hindsight, but seeing him in Edward Scissorhands was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
He was so mean.
and
And
scary. Like
he bulked up so much. Like he didn't even look like the same guy.
no, I didn't know that was him for years. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, the scrawny nerd?
Yeah. And he
Ugh.
didn't even sound the same. Like, I mean, but I
No.
guess he grew up. So,
I guess, but dang, like nothing. Like Andrew McCarthy, who's another one of the Brat Pack, he kind of looks the same. Like if I saw him on the street, I'd probably do a
mhm.
double take. But even Anthony Michael Hall, he was in the Goldbergs, and every time he guest starred, I was like, I don't know who that is.
And same, I mean, Judd Nelson is recognizable, but he looks completely different and scary to me. But it was because I watched him in this Lifetime
Oh,
movie, and he was like this scary. It was based off this story that like happened in Europe. This guy kept his daughter in the basement for like 20 something years and like fathered three children with her and like all this stuff. And so he was so scary and creepy, but also he just looks a lot different. I thought Judd Nelson was hot in the 80s. I liked the bad boy thing in Breakfast Club, and then in
he just looked like too old. I was like,
that's
I'm
fair.
like, everyone else is a teen, but this guy's a
That's fair.
dad.
But say Elmo's Fire, he's supposed to be post college. They all are. So it was a little more believable. And I thought, even though his character was a dick, I thought he was really handsome. He looks good in a suit. So
And then there's Rob Lowe, who you mentioned, in your face
yeah.
handsome. That guy just he won the lottery of life.
Yeah.
Like you just be like, oh, can you get any more luckier? Yeah, you're what's her name? Cindy Crawford's daughter, who looks just like her.
Right.
Oh,
And Rob Lowe still looks hot.
yeah, he's like, I think he gets like not better, but just as good. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong where I could see him at any age and be like, that's a beautiful. He's the most beautiful man in this era.
Yeah. He's gorgeous. And I like hearing him talk about kind of like how he overcame so many things like most 80s stars,
Mhm.
like that like I mean, oh crap, what's his name, Robert Downey Jr., who was kind of like Brat Pack adjacent, hearing them talk about how they overcame drug addiction, alcohol addiction, all this stuff, and to see them still doing well is pretty cool.
Yeah, very well. On the flip side, Charlie Sheen was the last person the Brat Pack featured on this list. Very
Oof.
handsome in the 80s. Not for me in the present day. He
I was never into Charlie Sheen.
no,
I
I
He's fine. I mean, I don't
yeah,
find him
man's great.
unattractive. I just, yeah, he wasn't my jam.
And looking back, is there anyone you would have kicked out of the Brat Pack, female or male, and who would, if you were to kick someone out, who would you replace them with? That like was adjacent, but never quite
Hmm.
invited.
That's a good question. So was Anthony Michael Hall actually considered part of the Brat Pack,
I
or
believe
was he
so.
like Brat Pack adjacent? I can't remember.
It's
Um,
listed in the Wikipedia because that is.
because I think he, other than The Breakfast Club, well, I guess he was in Pretty in Pink too. I don't feel like he did a lot of other movies with them, but I mean, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think who wasn't part of the Brat Pack that should have been. And now my mind's going blank. What are some of my other favorite 80s movies that don't
Figured
have one
you
of
would
them?
say, what's his name? Dan Aykroyd.
He
She
came
loves.
a little old.
They're like he's trying to be cool. He's like the old man meme. Like, hey there.
I love Dan Aykroyd though. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. If I think
Well,
of someone, I'll come back to that.
maybe some of these people, because we're going to talk about like other Tiger Beat centerfolds, like these
Ah,
other teen idols. And I always assumed like someone that was part of the Brat Pack, but he wasn't technically, was Matt Dillon. So we're going to start with the hotties from that.
okay.
Outsiders.
Yeah.
Definitely shocked. Tom Cruise, spoiler, wasn't on this list because he was it in the 80s, not in the Outsiders because them teeth were not fixed yet,
No.
but he got there. Like, I do not like Tom Cruise. Something off about him. Obviously, not just the obvious things,
Well, right.
but like, just something about him always is just not, has just rubbed me the wrong way. But he was very hot in the 80s.
Very.
And he wasn't on the list. But again,
He's a
the
good
other
actor.
outsiders that were Rob Lowe from before, Matt Dillon, C. Thomas Howell, and Ralph
Mm.
Macchio. What do you think of those guys?
Ralph Macchio was like my number one crush in the
Wow.
80s. Like, and I know he was kind of scrawny and whatever, but the Karate Kid just like I was so in love with him. Um, C. Thomas Howell too. He was in obviously that movie. He was in The Hitcher, which is really scary if you haven't seen it. And then he's in this really obscure movie called Secret Admirer. And I
I
don't,
watched it because I think you
did you?
talked about it, and
Yes.
it came up on like a memory or something the other day, and I was like, I did watch that with Aunt Becky. It wasn't.
Yes. With Aunt Becky and Kelly Preston. Did you like it? I thought he was so cute. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a cute teen movie. And Matt Dillon, I don't know. Matt Dillon is attractive, but there's always been something off about him to me.
The
I don't know what it
Dylans are
is.
they're weird.
Yeah.
There is something where you're like, I don't know, like he if you I don't know, crossed him the wrong way, he'd go
Hmm.
off on you. Like he looks unstable. And
Yes. That's
but
crazy eyes.
freaking in the Outsiders, you couldn't get cooler than him though.
Oh yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
coolest. I
Oh,
didn't like see Thomas Howell in the Outsiders. I think 'cause
yeah.
and I did love blonde guys when I was younger, so I don't know why that didn't transfer. And Ralph, not for me. I think it was of the time. I think you
Yeah.
go back. See Thomas Howell though, he was on one of those VH1 reality shows, the one where they had celebrities try to learn magic, Celeb Cadabra. And me and my roommate were like really into it. And then we had to go to like a concert or something, like the night of the finale. They never aired it again. We were like, who won? And C. Thomas Howell was in the final two. So we were like,
Nice.
was it the guy? Was it Pony Boy? And that's like our little joke forever. We're like, remember Celeb Cadabra? But we
Celeb
like, and I
Cadabra.
don't think you, yeah, I mean, I think the internet was what we know now, but I don't think everyone was making Wikipedia pages for everything quite.
Right.
So years later, I don't remember if he won or not, but we did look it up.
He was on Criminal Minds. Yeah. He was in a storyline where he played a serial killer on Criminal Minds and he
Oh,
was so good and he was so scary. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm in love with you anymore because he played such a good psychopath.
I see. Yeah,
He
that
he's in one of like, oh sorry, he's in one of like the most famous like saddest deaths on TV episodes. If you look that up, you'll see this episode of Criminal Minds, and I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, it's anyway. He played a good psycho.
It's spooky. And then other people on this, I guess, Tiger Beat list was Rick Schroeder. I don't see it ever.
No,
He looks exactly the same, and it's creepy to see like a 50-year-old man who looks also 12. Don't
right?
like it.
Yeah,
Who I thought was missing, and these were really weird. I thought Theo from The Cosby Show was a heartthrob of the 80s.
yeah,
Johnny
definitely.
Depp, in
Yes.
Although Horrible, Scott Baio and Kirk Cameron.
Yeah,
Because I loved Kirk Cameron as a
I
kid.
did too.
I was like, oh my God. I would wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to watch the reruns when my mom went to work. I was like obsessed with Growing
Yeah,
Pains. I was like,
I
this
was
is
too.
forever. Ever.
Yeah, that's interesting that they weren't on here because I definitely had so many Tiger Beats with Kirk Cameron on the cover.
Mhm.
Like,
He has a lot of amazing like teal backgrounds with like pink like shirts,
right?
like Miami Vice. I could see like the white. Oh, such it's just such a shame the way he turned out, or
I
maybe
know.
always was actually.
Yeah,
And then
that family is, whew,
yeah, you can't watch horror movies in your house
right?
because they open
No.
portals, girl. And that disappoints me because in Fuller House, she was so good.
Yes,
Like, oh, talk about like being able to step back into a character. They were so cheesy but good. I love that. I love
yeah,
the remake, the reboot.
I did too. And I adore all her Hallmark Christmas movies. Like, there's 3 or 4 of them that I just love, and I watch them every year. Like,
Oh, dang. Cameron's. And then from TV to movies, Matthew Broderick.
yes.
Um, I always was like, when you come to Ferris Bueller, I'm coming for Cameron. That is like the guy for me.
He was so moody.
Just so
Maybe that's it.
cute.
I
Um,
thought Ferris was adorable and like the kind of guy I would love to hang out with.
he was sweet. James Spader. What happened? What
Mm.
happened? He was very handsome.
I think because he always played such a dick, like Pretty in Pink, and then especially in Less Than Zero, he was such a bad guy that I
The
always got a bad
Office.
vibe off him.
The Office.
Yeah, The Office. He was amazing in The Blacklist. Yeah,
I
he's not
never
hot
watched
anymore.
that.
Oh, so good. So good.
I
He's a great
wanted to
actor.
watch it. Kevin Bacon. No.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looks the same too. And I always was like, oh God, I don't like him. But then he did The Following on Fox, like the serial
Mm.
killer show. And I was like, dang, you got me, Kevin Bacon. You got me.
I mean, he did look pretty hot in that burgundy tux and Footloose, I will say.
I mean, it's a cool character. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's freaking dancing.
Yeah. And he opens a door for a girl, and he's kind of a bad boy and edgy, but he's still romantic and sweet and like, oh, yeah.
I've only seen that one time. I remember me and my roommate were sitting around on like a weekend and it came on and she's like, you've never seen it? I was like, no. And we're like, she just stayed on. And then I was like, this is fine.
Oh, I love that movie so much. But again, different generations.
Then I guess my generation is like, st what is it? Step Up? Is that the Channing Tatum one? That's our Footloose. Oh,
I'm so
Dante
sorry.
Or she, oh God, she's like the worst dancer ever. Next is Eric Stoltz. Um,
No, I can't. Mm-mm.
my mom made me watch Mask one too many times.
Yeah,
That's
I've seen Mask a lot.
like, I
Great
was
actor.
mom, and but I thought that was the guy because I was like, well, because I didn't understand movie makeup and stuff. I'm like 5, so
Right.
like, oh, I was like, oh, they got him to be in the movie. That's cool. Cher gets to be his mom. Like I understood Cher was not his mom, but I could not understand that wasn't the guy.
No,
But
the guy was dead. That was based on a true story.
Rocky, no. And
Yeah.
then from he was supposed to be Marty McFly. I remember reading about that fact.
Yes, I remember that too.
From him to that one who actually got it, Michael J. Fox. Can we agree that Tom Holland is Gen X Michael J. Fox?
Yeah.
He is like
You mean
like
Gen Z?
Gen Z, yes.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
He's just like they're both like little puppies.
And they're so cool and so cute and
Like,
like,
aw. Like like they're cute, but it's like I can't call them hot. I'm just like
yeah.
cuties.
Because I could fit him in my little pocket.
Oh, Tahoe's so small. Have you ever seen the clip of him at Zendaya's like family party? And,
Uh-uh.
like he's just vibing with all these black people, and they're like, "Hey, Spider-Man! Hey, Spider-Man!" And he's just like, "Hey."
I mean, he did do Beyonce on what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. What was that show?
Oh, Rihanna when he did Rihanna,
Oh, it was Rihanna. Sorry, I thought he did
and
Beyonce.
Tatum did Beyonce, and somehow
That's right.
got Beyonce. That was like insane.
Yeah,
The show was so good. And then they
the
just
show was really good. What was it called?
lip sync battle.
Lip Sync Battle. Thank you.
So
Yeah, we loved that show. I wish they bring it back.
it was so fun. So those were Tiger Beat faves. But let's get into men who I think had fans of all ages, but they were definitely, I think, geared towards the moms of the 80s. So we're gonna get into some men who were a bit older at the time, but still handsome, like Tony Danza.
Yeah, Tony's
I don't,
cool.
I see him as like a cool uncle.
Yes, which is kind of like what he was on Who's the Boss, you know?
Yeah, he's
Um,
like you're like, yeah, your uncle's cool.
I was never really into him. Like, he's cute, but I wasn't like, oh, Tony Danza.
Like he's kind of like Joey Tribbiani, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. That's from Friends.
Then there's Kurt Russell. Yes,
Kurt Russell is hot.
yes. That's like my husband's number one guy.
Yeah, I love him.
I'm like, if he's in a movie, he's like, oh, it's Kurt Russell. Gotta watch it. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever watched a Kurt Russell movie I didn't like.
hmm,
Can't really think of one. Yeah, I mean, he was very attractive. Even in Overboard with that terrible haircut, he was still very sexy.
that's very handsome at Ford.
Yeah.
Another one, my mom was like, yeah, gonna watch it 3,000 times. And you're like, okay. Then Richard
My mom
Gere.
too. It's weird, even though we're different generations. Your mom and my mom have the same taste in movies. Because if we weren't watching like Halloween or like some other scary movie, we were always watch. Mask was like one she was always watching.
Was she a Little House on the Prairie girl?
I don't think so.
My mom would watch it, fall
I was.
asleep, and then I'd go to change it, and she, get up and be like, "I'm watching it." I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to watch these farm people anymore, Mom." Do not care. And I was
Except for
like,
that episode where Laura pushes Nellie down the hill.
"Oh, and the one of the worst humans." She's
Yeah.
like a descender at whatever ancestor of that little Joffrey guy from Game of
Yes.
Thrones.
Yes.
They're related. And
He's
then, oh
evil.
yeah, Richard Gere,
Oh,
classic, handsome.
God, yeah. Ooh, okay.
Harry Hamlin, I didn't know this guy was around in the 80s. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on crap, what was he on? It was the cop show. What was that show called? All right, I can't remember, but Harry Hamlin was on a popular show in the 80s.
And there's Tom Selleck, and he's like never not looked like Tom Selleck. Like I don't think he gets older or younger. He just like got to that one look.
Yep. There was a short time when he shaved his mustache because he had guest starred again on Friends, and I did not like it. I was like, no, dude, grow the
Oh,
mustache
he
back.
doesn't have it.
Like,
Wonder why they made him, or if it was like his choice.
yeah, I have no idea. I
Well,
was
what
like, no.
season was that of Friends?
It would have been season 4
They were
because
rolling in money. They
because they were to get well, so they were him and Monica were together in season 3, and they broke up, but then they like hook back up again in like season 4, and that's when he doesn't have his mustache, and I was like, okay,
they could have afforded to shell out, but why would you not want him with the mustache?
yeah. But
Huh.
they commented on it in the show. She's like, your lip went bald. And then later, when he comes back again, like several seasons later, she's like, "Oh, I see you grew your mustache back." And he's like, "Yeah, my lip got cold."
I
I was like, "What?"
always wonder, like, probably the showrunner, but like when they have to pull back from an episode or a joke, like how the writers' rooms look, because that seems like, they got to what, 10 seasons on Friends?
Mhm.
That's a lot of backstory to have to remember.
Yeah. And they really only messed it up once, but it they covered it so many times after that you kind of forgot about learning something in season like in season 1. Rachel and Chandler don't know have never met each other, but then later we find out they actually did meet each other when Monica and Rachel were still in high school. And so, but they do the storyline so many times that you forget that
Uh,
in season 1 they act like strangers.
sure. And then next one is Bruce Willis. No, this has never been someone he's kind of always looked the same too. Old, older.
Yeah. I mean, he's attractive. Die Hard. I thought he was cute, but I was in Moonlighting, but yeah, I was never like, oh.
Uh, well, and then David Hasselhoff, another one I never could see it.
Mm-mm. He had a nice body. I mean, on Baywatch, but no, he wasn't my jam.
And Dolph
But the
Lundgren.
fact that he was like this mega superstar in Germany was always hilarious to me.
They're just holding
They
for
worship
hours.
him.
It's insane. And then Dolph Lundgren.
Mm-mm.
No, I mean in the 80s I could see it.
It's because he killed Apollo in Rocky 4. He scares me.
Um,
Like, I'm scared of him.
I mean, and to put him and not Arnold is kind
Yeah.
of suspect on this list. And even Sylvester Stallone, who I think probably had a lot of lady fans in the 80s.
Out of all three of them, I think he's the most attractive,
I'm
for
an
sure.
Arnold girl. I just love him so much. Like,
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with him. One of the top comedic actors of our time.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
I gotta watch it. Have you watched that Netflix show he has? Fubar.
Uh-uh.
I think it's like him and like his character's daughter, and it's action comedy. I have to check it out.
Interesting.
It's
Wonder how
like,
much they had to pay the people who made Lethal Weapon to use that.
I don't
Because that is from Lethal Weapon, right? Fubar?
I don't
I
know.
pretty. If it's not Lethal Weapon, it's some other 80s cop movie because it stands up for effed up
Uh,
beyond all recognition. I want to say that's Lethal Weapon, but I could be wrong.
Maybe. And
Interesting.
another one I kind of get, but not for me, Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I mean, he's really cute in the first Star Wars movie, but he's like really young. But yeah, he was never my jam,
Mm-mm. No.
especially
I,
after he kissed his sister.
I had a girl on Crushgasm way in the beginning talking about her crush on him, and she didn't know that he got older. Like she just knew the movies because she was like 4 years old, and then her parents took her to like some type of exhibit, and she saw him older, and she is like crushed because she's like, "What the? Like I fell in love with this guy. Who the heck is that guy?" It's a sad heartbreak.
Yeah, I remember like completely forgetting about him and then seeing him in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I was like, "That's Luke Skywalker."
He kind of like looks like my stepdad. Now that he's getting
Oh,
older. My stepdad has one of the most universal looks. Like every old, like stocky white guy is my stepdad with the mustache. We're always
nice.
like, oh, there's Alan. There's Alan. Go to
Yeah.
Home Depot, all the Allens.
Ah, gotcha.
So many Allens.
That's funny.
Then definitely doesn't look like my stepdad, John Stamos.
Oh,
Just
tell him to mama.
yeah, like Tony Dan's is the uncle that you're like, he's just cool. This one's like, okay, your uncle is hot.
Yeah, Uncle Jesse's like, he's my uncle, but yeah, he's hot.
I know.
Like, can I come play at your house? Can your uncle be our babysitter? Like,
Wonder why Kimmy was over there all the time.
yeah, right.
I would
And
be
he
too.
he just got more attractive with age too. He like really did.
He's still handsome. I mean, because his hair got like more normal.
Yeah, they figured out how to fix his hair.
Yeah, the first seasons, like he was still hot, but like you're looking back, like, boy, stop.
But
So,
then his hair was just amazing, and it was always so coiffed and
the
like,
one picture like that'll come up in Google's when he has like a white t-shirt with a vest and this hair,
mm-hmm.
that is like tattoo on my heart. Like, oh my God, that's beautiful.
I love that they did introducing it like season one of Friends, like the very first episode, Joey's wearing that exact same outfit, like
Mm.
a white t-shirt with a black leather vest. It's like that's awesome.
And then, oh,
He didn't have the hair.
another hot one is Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Even in his older age, he can get it. Maybe not so much now, but
Yeah,
like even like Air Force One, I'm like, you can be my
so
president.
handsome, so handsome. Like
Yeah.
he is my like if I time travel, that's my goal. Is Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Like save the world? Why? You're gonna mess it up anyway, humans. Like
Right.
not gonna
Yeah,
waste
he
my
is
time.
just a gorgeous, gorgeous man.
Especially in the 70s and 80s. Like,
Hmm.
oh, yeah, and even into the 90s. But now, not so much. He is fun.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty old now, but glad he's still around.
And this is a weird one for me because, like, this was the decade I think that music went from like 0 to 80 because we had MTV. There were so many more pop stars. So I expected to see New Kids on the Block, New Edition,
Hmm.
Michael Jackson, Prince,
Hmm.
Sting. There was only like a few. There was
Yeah.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
11 from Stranger Things father-in-law. That
Yeah.
sentence makes sense to no one unless you know the culture. And then John Taylor from Duran Duran, not Simon Le Bon, which I thought was strange because I always hear about Simon, not John.
Yeah, I can't believe none of the new kids were on this list. Like, I was very upset. I
Jordan.
almost wore my new kids shirt, and then I was like, well, they're not on the list.
I know. Jordan Knight, put some
I mean,
respect. Mm,
and again, aged like fine wine.
He
Like,
honestly.
God.
Yeah, like I think they're in their 50s because the youngest Backstreet Boy I think is the same age or older than Joey. And I know Kevin is at least 50 in the last year or two, so they have to be. But yeah, he looks great.
Yeah.
And they're still
Yeah.
touring. That's not
I
easy.
mean, I saw them like 10 years ago, and they were still, it was them and Nelly and
Was it TLC?
it was it was Salt and Peppa.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, I was like, I never knew Nelly was so ripped. I mean, I think he got, bulkier, but yeah, the new kids were still killing it. Like, good for them.
I seen them when they did the new Kid Backstreet Boy tour. And then
That would have been amazing.
it was really fun. It was fun to have the two generations together. They
Hmm.
would like go back and forth, so like it wasn't like one overdoing the other.
Right.
And then mine was when Kevin wasn't in the band at the time, but it was the LA show, so he came out and it was really cute. They wore
Oh,
like Laker color Backstreet Boy jerseys. It's cute.
cute.
Kind of cute.
Cute.
But I think New Kids wore their like Celtics one.
No, I mean, yeah, of course.
They had to. So yeah, there's very little music representation in this list.
It's kind of crazy.
And I think
Like, we should make our own list of just music people
I
from
know.
the 80s.
But there was also not a lot of representation for other things. Like, this list was pretty white.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the ones that had some melanin. So the only rapper, and this being an 80s list, they had a lot of choices. LL Cool J, who has not aged. Has not aged.
No.
It's insane. Like,
He's
that's
so hot, I want to cry.
it's insane. Like,
And
what?
he has such a sexy voice. Like, yeah, he's a rapper, but like, okay, the song Hey Lover that he did with Boys to Men, that I just like, I melt into a puddle every time I hear his voice in that song. He's so damn sexy.
He's just like he's got incredible genes. I want to see his
Yes.
mother is probably like 95 and looks like a Kardashian. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Then there was Philip Michael Thomas, who's Tubbs from Miami Vice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting choice here. I didn't
Yeah.
know Tubbs was a heartthrob. I've never thought of the Miami Vice guys like that.
I mean, Don Johnson was always like the big heartthrob from the show, but I mean, Tubbs was really cute. Yeah, for sure.
And then Arsenio Hall, were people going gaga for him?
No,
It was
not that
like
I know of. I wasn't.
like if you made like a 90s list like this, you wouldn't be putting like Maury Povich like or like Jay Leno. This would be a better one. You'd be like, no, that's a late night guy. I don't think of him like that. Why not
Oh,
like
but Jimmy
Matt?
Kimmel is hot
Yeah,
now,
no,
but
and what's the other one? Fallon's handsome.
Oh, it's cute. I mean,
Colbert. I guess there's handsome, but I just
oh yeah, Colbert.
yeah,
I like Colbert, but
they're so cute.
I mean, Arsenio's handsome, but I don't remember him being
Not
like,
people going
yeah,
out there for him.
no.
I'd put John Oliver on my list.
Oh yeah,
Just
he's
when he
so
freaks
funny.
out.
Oh, and Noah, Trevor Noah. God, I love Trevor
Jordan
Noah.
Klepper's my guy.
Yeah.
He had that big old square head. Just
I
love
mean,
it.
Trevor Noah's got the accent, so that definitely helps.
Hmm.
And he's a good-looking guy, and he's hilarious.
Hmm.
And he's so smart. Anyway,
I would have put like Eddie Murphy if I was like, I feel like he was hotter.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
Arsenio also he's probably young at the time. It just seemed older. Dustin, I think you pronounce this Win from 21 Jump Street.
oh
And
yeah,
very handsome. But again, no Johnny Depp, but okay.
right?
But this guy was handsome. And then
Yeah, Johnny Depp was the shit.
one of I think top 10 from this list, Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah,
Oh, in the picture they use, I went to school with a boy that looked like that. He does not anymore. He actually looks worse than anybody probably on this list. I was like, oh God.
I actually went to school with a kid too that kind of looked like him, and his family was Hispanic, and we went to school together, and we lived in the same apartments, and his mom was always cooking like authentic Mexican food, and you could like smell it from like three apartments down. I'm always like, can I come over for dinner?
Mm, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Love it. When we were in California, we like used to live by this spot that we could just walk to, and we like made it a mission to go see if it was as good, and it was. It was. He
nice.
is my favorite part of the trip. And then there was Mario Van Peebles and Lorenzo Lamas.
Lorenzo Lamas, he wasn't really my thing, but he was a really big deal. I remember.
What was his like? Was he on a show?
I don't even remember what show he was on, to be honest.
Like
I
I
just
know
remember
the
hearing his.
name, but I don't know.
I didn't let me see, because yeah, I just remember him being a really big deal, but I don't know. People are probably listening, yelling at us right now, going, Lorenzo Lamas, what was he on? Um,
What was he on?
oh, his middle name's Fernando. Oh, that's right, Falcon Crest. He was on a soap.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, I'll give it to him because soap operas were.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
Mario Van Peebles made me go like,
Oh,
who's
Bold and the
who?
Beautiful.
We're gonna talk about now. The guys were. I didn't know who they were, but we're gonna see if Amanda knew or cared about them in the 80s. There's
Okay.
Jason Patrick from The Lost Boys.
Yeah, he was hot.
Okay. I was like, why not Corey Feldman? But then you think of like Corey Feldman now, and you're like, maybe we don't want to talk about that. His music.
Yeah, I was surprised neither of the Coreys made this list. I
Mhm.
was very surprised because I was a Corey Feldman girl. I had such a crush on him.
Cute. Him and the Goonies is just like the perfect boy. Just, oh,
Yeah, and he's awesome in The Lost Boys. Like he's such a badass.
do you
And then
know?
License to Drive. Oh, so cute.
Do you know Gregory Harrison?
I saw the picture, I probably would.
Does Michael Bean ring a bell?
No, and I looked at this list, but it kept timing out on me, so I didn't get to see the whole list.
Parker Stevenson?
Parker. Is that the Hardy Boys guy?
Um,
No. Or is
hmm.
that Parker Stevens? I think that's Parker Stevens. Okay, I don't know.
Michael Damian.
Oh yeah, Michael Damian was hot. He was a singer.
Okay.
He was on a lot of Tiger Beat.
John Schneider. It just sounds like some guy.
Yeah. No,
Aiden
I need to be seeing pictures.
Aiden Quinn.
Yes, Aiden Quinn has long been one of the loves of my life. I did not think he was that big a deal in the 80s. I thought it was more the 90s, but
What?
I
Who is he?
Benny and June. I don't know what he was in the 80s, but the 90s, Benny and June and not A River Runs Through It. What's the other one? I always mix up these two Brad Pitt movies. Um, crap. Anyway, he was in this movie with Brad Pitt that I absolutely adore, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But yeah, but in June after that, I had the biggest crush on him.
So for the most part, I was right in saying who. Uh,
Yeah.
and along with who, I did ask why when it came to the following three.
Okay.
Kiefer Sutherland. I'm sorry, the guys always look old.
He was considered a big heartthrob. I agree with you. I was never. I
I
was saying Flatliners. I was kind of attracted to him, but that was the 90s. I In the 80s and Stand By Me and Lost Boys, I never thought he was cute.
mm-mm. Mickey Rourke.
No,
Did he
never.
do to his face? It wasn't gonna be that bad. He should have just aged. Now it's terrifying.
Yeah, very.
He's one of the few people where I'm like, I couldn't like have them walk towards me or I'd be like fearful. Him and Gary Busey is also on that
Oh
list.
yeah,
He
yeah.
walked by me at a venue, a very small music venue in Orange County, and I was like, shut. I was like, oh no 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 no. Like he freaks me out. It's the teeth.
That's great.
And then I think this was just a Rick roll at the end. Rick Astley. No one was vibing like that with him.
I mean, in the 80s, they kind of were. I was a little too young, but yeah,
No.
he's adorable to me. I wouldn't call him hot or a heartthrob, but I think he's cute.
Okay, I guess Rick Astley. I guess. But he only
I
did he only
mean,
have like one song?
basically.
So people
I think
really
he had others, but again, I was just a little too young, and it wasn't one my parents really listened to that much. But
did your parents really like music?
yeah, we listened to a lot of like REO Speedwagon and Def Leppard and um, you know, late 70s and then like popular in the 80s, but it was more rock. We didn't listen to a lot of pop. And then in the 90s, when my mom married my stepdad, all they ever listened to was country. So I think I got my own stereo when I was like 11 or 12. But before that, I mean, I was basically raised on like REO Speedwagon and then country.
Mm. I don't. My mom didn't like love music. She just like casually liked it. But
Yeah.
so my music all was just my own. My own little coming. So who would you have added to this list?
I mean, definitely Johnny Depp. I know we talked about that, but I can't believe he's not on there. Um, at least Jordan from New Kids. I mean, I I don't know how much of a heartthrob he was, but I feel like I would add Michael Jackson because he was pretty bad in the 80s. Like even after
Oh, I
he
like
had
in
his
love with
accident,
him.
he was very hot like pop culture wise, but he was also still pretty attractive. Like
I think when he has like just like the white shirt and the like kind of long wet black hair and like just the
yes.
jeans and like the oversized like that's like that was like a hot pop star. I was like
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't do him or anything, but I'm like yeah, that's like that's hot. I think is like his vibe.
the Dirty Diana music video, like yeah. Um I would have added River Phoenix,
Mm,
even though he died young and maybe that's why they didn't have
yeah.
him, but
Uh,
he belongs. John Cusack. I would add John Cusack. I can't believe John Cusack's not on here.
mm-hmm. Robert Downey Jr. was a surprise, and you mentioned him earlier.
I would have added him to the Brat Pack because I think he was Brat Pack adjacent. I would have added him.
Mhm.
Um, Patrick Swayze, I'm surprised isn't on here.
So I watched that the other day and I was like, this movie is perfect.
Yes. I mean, just a perfect specimen of a human.
The soundtrack for that is one of my all-time favorites. If like you play I could just see the scenes. It's so built around music. It's
Yes.
God, I love that. That last scene. I know it's cliche, but it is truly one of
Oh,
my
I don't care. I
I
love it.
like if it's on the radio, I'm like, stop. I have to think about it in my head. I just love it so much.
So, you want to hear something really embarrassing? So, Dirty Dancing came out when I was absolutely too young to watch it, but my mom did not monitor what we watched. So, a lot of it I didn't get, but I want to say I was in third grade around that time when it came out. And my parents had best friends and we all lived in because my dad was in the military. We lived in these apartments off base, and so their best friends lived by us, and I had their son was my boyfriend, and so we were like, let's do the lift from Dirty Dancing. And so we kept trying to practice it in like the courtyard. We could never get it right.
Me and
And
my
he was the
friend would
first,
do it in the water. We could do it there, but
yeah,
not him.
that's what we should have done.
Did you
He
guys?
was the first boy I kissed too. We were like, he was like, do you want to kiss like they do on TV? And we were like, yeah. And so we went in my closet and closed the door and kissed with our mouths closed, but we're like, soap opera kissing with our mouths closed.
Very drama.
Ah, good, good times. Yes, I had my first kiss when I was like 8. Sorry, guys. I've always been slutty.
Just experimental. You're
Yeah.
meant to be
Again, our
born.
parents let us watch too much stuff. Like,
Honestly, I was 5 when I watched Dirty Dancing, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't understand the abortion,
oh, me either.
whole the pimping out college students to these families' daughters was
Yeah.
totally over my head until the last few years. I was like,
I didn't know she was getting an abortion until probably like into high school
I was
because
like,
it just wasn't a thing we talked about and that I didn't even,
she
I
just
had no
got
idea.
sick. Yeah, you're
When
like,
when the dad's like, she's in trouble, I'm like, I had no clue what was going on.
like, yeah, she doesn't have health insurance, guy. Like, of course she's in trouble. Doesn't it cost so goddamn much? Barrier. She's gonna be dancing here into her 60s. Like, no, she don't need to get the pill.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
But I thought, like you said, the Coreys. I was
Yeah.
expecting at least Feldman, River Phoenix, Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone he feels like 90s. I think he gets associated more with them, but we can't deny he started in the 80s.
Fair.
They let John Stamos, and I think Full House more as a 90s show too.
Yeah, same.
And then I thought Sean Astin and Josh Brolin. There was not enough Goonies
Yeah,
all around
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
because Sean Astin I was in love with, absolutely in love with.
I don't think he was like a heartthrob status though.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp definitely was. I can't believe he was on here.
so
Or
pretty.
wasn't on here. Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Yes, I think that was it. I think that was all that was missing for me, and a lot more musicians.
Yeah.
Like,
We might have to make our own list just for our own peace of mind of 80s musicians, or maybe I'll just make one since it's more my generation than
I
yours.
also think Tom Cruise deserved to be on here as much as
I
I
agree.
don't.
I mean, Risky Business, after Risky Business, he was like everybody was hot for him. So
He's a
between the between the white t-shirt dancing and then the scene on the train, I was like, okay. Again, too young to understand what's happening, but then later I was like, this is hot.
That's exactly Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I like it, not sure why yet. And then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
now I know why. So,
Dirty Dancing made me feel some of the feelings. So I was like, what is this I'm feeling? I don't understand it.
that's so sexual because you put yourself in her shoes and you're like, that would be pretty freaking awesome to go on a family vacation and score
Yeah.
this hot older dude who looks like that. That
Well,
perfect specimen of
yeah.
a man.
And I think about like
Dancing.
my like junior high, my first like dances with boys, and like the first time I really danced with a boy and our bodies were touching each other, I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to move. Like, is this what we're supposed to be doing? And like, again, feeling like tingly and excited and like I don't know what this is, but I
The
like
big
his
mouth.
hard chest against my chest. It feels nice and just like. So I couldn't imagine being like baby and watch all these people dance
That
and then dance with him like with his shirts
grinding,
off and
yeah, like
his hands like right next to her boob. I'm like, okay.
what spill on aisle 2. Like, come on now. Like, Jesus. Like, Patrick Swayze, rest in peace. You were one
Facts.
of the hottest
Yeah.
men I've ever freaking seen.
Uh, yes.
Just
And he could sing. I mean, come on. Now, granted, it wasn't like a
it was David Hasselhoff, helping bring worlds together at the Berlin
yeah.
Wall. He should have been. He should have been.
He sang a little better than David Hasselhoff, in my opinion, but not much.
He could even make Roadhouse work. One of the
Oh,
dumbest things I've ever seen.
I love Roadhouse.
Matt was like, "We go to watch it," and I was like,
Oh, it's terrible, but
"Girl,"
it's
but It's a million times better than what they tried to redo with Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh
I
my
didn't even
God.
watch it.
Whoever the fighter guy, he just walks around like it's like the whole time, and you're like, was that told for you to do that? Because if not, that's a choice. I hate it. But yeah.
We don't watch Jake Gyllenhaal in my house unless it's absolutely necessary.
Oh, you're not a fan?
No, because of what he did to Taylor
Oh,
Swift. He broke her
I
heart into a
only know
million pieces.
Bubble Boy. Well,
There,
you
there's
know
a few of his movies I like, but
the big like cupcake store Sprinkles.
yeah.
And the other one in Hollywood or Beverly Hills, whatever, we were in there, and he was in there when he was dating Reese Witherspoon, and he was like waiting for an order, and my roommate, I was like, look, she's like, what? I was like, Bubble Boy. It's Bubble Boy. I don't know if he heard, but he did not look happy. And then I just saw him walking on Sunset and Vine one time, and he just like definitely didn't want to be bothered. It was like I don't know if they'd taken the bookstore out yet. Maybe he was coming from Amoeba that was down that way at the time.
Mm. Yeah, he just seems like one of those people who doesn't like people.
Yeah, he looked like if you approached him, he would be really mean.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I
Definitely.
mean, sorry, going back to Patrick Swayze real quick. Ghost, I mean,
I've
he
never.
set unrealistic expectations for dead men for me.
Oh, God, I'm gonna have to watch it because I
You
want.
haven't seen Ghost?
No, no, it wasn't something my mom ever had on. We didn't fucks with ghosts in my house.
Oh,
Not because we're like DJ Tanner and think they will open portals.
okay,
My mom just doesn't like scary movies. My brother did, my metalhead brother, who's now born again. She loves
nice.
the Lord.
You need to watch it. It's amazing.
Oh, so-
And young Tony Goldwyn, still handsome.
oh, the president.
Yeah,
Nice.
he wasn't the president though.
Garbage
But
man on Frasier. He was one of Ross's boyfriend, the garbage man, Roger.
oh yeah,
And I was like,
yeah,
he got to be the president. Hard work.
yeah.
But before we go, can you remind people where they can find you online and what's coming up on an evening at the movies?
Yes. So you can find an evening at the movies everywhere you get your podcasts. We're on Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, all at an evening at the movies. And we are just starting our Summerween celebration. So we will be doing horror movies that are set in summer. We just recorded I Know What You Did Last Summer. We also have Jaws, Friday the 13th, Part 2, It Chapter 1, and something else. I'm a bad co-host.
Well, you told us a lot.
Yeah. It's only because July has 5 weeks. I have to remember one more and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, they're all summer, so like summer camp or at the ocean or whatever. And Jaws will be a special episode celebrating the 50th anniversary. And for anybody that's interested, August 29th, Jaws is being re-released in theaters. And so if you want to go see it, I plan to at Alamo Draft House, but I'm sure one of your local theaters will be showing it. I always love to see movies I was either too young or not born yet, in this case, not born yet, to go see in the theater. So, yeah.
Oh, always a good time. Happy birthday to my mom. That's her birthday. So happy.
Oh, today's my mom's birthday. Happy
Oh,
birthday,
happy
Mom.
birthday. Shout
And
out to
happy birthday to
moms.
your mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's Michael Jackson's birthday. As my mom's birthday. So
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about 80s heartthrobs. And you can find all of An Evening at the Movies information below. And until next time, as always, keep crushing it. Crushgasm is part of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network, along with some other pretty cool shows, including An Evening at the Movies, Crime Rewind, Literature Reapers, Love is Black, Masturbators, Men Are the Prize, Season to Season, The Sip List, and Toontastic Journeys. You can go to idnmtrpodcastnetwork.blog to find not only Crushgasm, but all of the aforementioned really cool podcasts. Alrighty.